Hi, hi, Juha. This is Fred from Metal Labs in France. How are you?
Oh, it's okay. It's dark outside.
Yeah, yeah,
Winter, yeah,
yeah.
winter is coming, and
Ex-
so
that's
it's like a Game of Thrones. Winter is coming, but it always will come. So
okay. You think in my mind because it was my question. How are you in Finland and you still live in Niravskia, Kila,
well,
Niravskia?
I'm in Sweden now, but
You move? Yeah, you see. Yeah, since several years. Excuse me. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And the
but
and the rest of the band is in Finland.
yes,
Mikko.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Everybody else is in Finland, but anyways, even in Finland, people live very far apart each other. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so it's that's the
Okay.
way of the world.
Okay, but it will be my first question. The fall, now it's the fall, the autumn, before the winter. So you say winter is coming. Is it in general for Swallow the Sun? So you are the guitarist and main founder and main composer, if I'm right.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
right.
but is this period the mood at this period of the year, autumn and after winter? Is it a huge source of inspiration musically for you in general in Swallow the Sun?
Well,
Melancholy and
yeah, I mean, it's I mean this time of the year. I mean the fall, the autumn. That's
okay,
my it's my favorite time of the year. I love spring also. I'm not that much of a summer person. It's a little bit too hot maybe even
yeah,
for me
and
here.
mosquito.
So,
There are a lot of
well,
mosquitoes in the forest in Finland or Sweden the summer.
exactly, yes. So, but anyways, at least it's I mean, all the seasons are very inspiring for me
Okay,
because I live in a nature. I live here I don't live in a city. I live in a totally here in
okay,
the middle of the woods. So it's very inspiring for me. All the seasons here in a nature in the forest.
yeah,
But at least this time of the year, it's a good time to release the album. It's most of the times it comes around these times that our albums come out, and yeah, it's definitely more autumn and winter music than a springtime music.
okay, yeah, okay. And I saw instruments behind you, violin or something like that. Are you a luthier? Luthier also? Luthier, the man, the craft and repairs the instruments and
Yeah,
instrument.
well, I mean, yeah, well, there is like a real violin, but this one here that that I made myself. It's called jouhikko in Finnish.
Yeah, like a bit with no, like a bit violin.
Yeah,
How do
yeah,
you?
it's like a yeah, it's old Nordic instrument. This very old. And I used my horse's braid the hair
Okay,
for the strings and everything. So
okay. Like
so
Enar Selvik from Vardruna. Enar
yeah,
Selvik, a bit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
absolutely. But even this is my self-made.
Yeah, but it's okay.
It's quite crappy, but I wanted to do it so I can. I've been using this Yohiko even in Swallow the Sun and
Okay,
Alias album also. I used
okay.
it.
Okay, thank you. So we are going a few short about assessment, balance sheet about the previous album, and after we are going to speak more about the new stuff. What is your assessment when you look back? You understand the balance sheet of the previous album, Moonflowers, the good, the bad, released in 2021 in the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic. What do you are still satisfied? Okay, the critics. It was a very good album, according to
Oh
me.
yeah, yes. I mean, yeah, because I haven't been doing interviews in like 8 years. I just started interviews now, so in that way, I haven't been talking a lot about
Okay,
since 2015 about any of the albums. No, I haven't been talking about a lot, but then compared to the Moonflowers, yeah, it's a big difference to this new one, how it feels. Because the Moonflowers album, yeah, I love that album, but I hate it also very deeply because of the the times it was made and how the world made everything.
Yeah.
The life is hard enough without this kind of shit.
Yeah.
To put this kind of a prison on the top of you with the pandemic kind of. I understand that we need to kind of lock down the fucking world, but then well, I don't in a way I don't understand. It's I don't know. I'm not gonna go deep into this thing. I have my own opinions.
No problem.
But anyways, this whole thing with the pandemic and with the lockdown, that you start to separate people on a different categories. If you're vaccinated or if you're not vaccinated, you're fucking criminal and you're pile of shit. And if you don't take this, you can't leave and everything. Unbelievable shit.
Don't spread the disease. That's why don't spread not to spread the disease. But okay.
Yeah, I understand the both sides. Yeah, I understand the both sides. But this basic human right to be free, kind of you can hear that this was taken away. Like we all were put like almost in a prison, and you can hear it on that Moonflowers album, and that's one of the reasons. It destroyed so much about my own life on that point. Anyway, so that's why I hate that album. But I also love Moonflowers for the same reasons, that it's so painful in the it's hard to love a pain, but sometimes it also at least it's true, and that's what I love about that album.
Let's speak now about a topic, a recurrent, I don't know if you understand, a recurrent topic in Swallow the Sun music and lyrics, the moon. Because I like very much the album New Moon, released in 2026 or something like that. New Moon album, 28, 26, 28, I don't remember. I have a promote dedicated by you and Mikko. But we just talked about Moonflowers, the previous album, and there is a new song in the new album. The new album is called Shining. We are going to come back to about Shining, but there is a new song called Under the Moon and Sun. So, like I just speak about autumn and winter, the moon, it's a recurrent topic in Swallow the Sun. It inspires you? Tell me, it's a lyrical obsession for you or Mikko?
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's a little bit like a cliches, all this, in this kind of a, I don't know, people have so many opinions what kind of music we are, and I don't understand why you have to have a labeling things, but maybe we have the gothic touch a lot in our music in a way, and I love gothic music. That's lots of Luna and the moon is coming through those kind of things, and of course lots of when I talk about sun or moon or stars, they are many times also kind of like metaphors for the different things and everything. But yeah, it's moon is almost more powerful thing for me than the sun in many ways. I live a lot during the night time. It's a very creative time, and in that, well, you can see I'm a fucking Dracula. I look like straight from the coffin. Some Dracula here.
Dracula Tepes from
I don't suck blood. I only suck. That's the difference between me and a Dracula vampire. But anyway, so but yeah, it's also the moon is quite powerful for me because now you might think that I'm a strange hippie. I'm not aware of Wolf, but I feel the moon. I feel it very very as a like it's very hard to explain, but there's something about the moon that I feel this kind of how would I say, what is the word?
When the full moon, when it is a full moon, people are and animals are also.
I know I got a huge headache always then, and this huge hum on my head, and it's this kind of like a power field almost that it really affects, and many people say bullshit. Well, I hope it will be bullshit, so maybe I could just now I don't have it anymore. But it's even when it's behind the clouds, and I don't even know. I'm getting that buzz and that strange electric kind of a feel. Maybe one of these days I turn into a werewolf. But I'm way too unhairy to turn into a werewolf. So I don't think it's gonna happen.
And who writes the lyrics Under the Moon and Sun? Mikko, your singer?
Well, I write the lyrics mostly. Mikko has written lyrics for Swallow the Sun in the past also, but a few songs.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, it's been like my lyrics for for mostly throughout the whole Swallow the Sun.
Oh, okay. So yeah, and so the new album, how do you use to work for the new album? You compose with guitar folks, instruments, electric guitars, and after you together, the other guys, you propose the parts of everyone, and Nico put the melodies and vocals and I don't know, and follow your lyrics.
Well, I mean, we are a band who, like I said, that we live very far
Yeah,
apart,
yeah,
anyways, and
yeah,
we actually we hate rehearsing. We never
yeah,
rehearse
yeah.
together. We don't even rehearse together when we go to before we go to the studio.
Okay,
So it's been for years and years now that I make the songs basically ready, with everything, and then I send the demos for the boys to listen, and then they learn
okay,
their thing, and they sing and they play with their own heart, and then and we record it, and that's the way to do it. But I sent the
okay,
ready song,
okay.
and of course they're gonna sound and feel and be different when everybody puts their
Yes.
own touch, their own playing and singing there. So it's a completely different. But that's how
Okay.
we have done it for long, as long as I remember, almost from 2007, maybe almost from there.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
been
Okay.
like this.
Okay. So okay. And for this new one, like that. Okay. So you don't rehearse a lot. Okay. Alors, why this new title, Shining? Shining, it makes me think the movie, the book of Stephen King. But no, the cover, Shining, white, a white cover in doom metal, gothic metal, not black one. So why Shining? Is it a positive message, light in the night?
Well, I mean, this
And
new album, it's yeah. It's
yeah, the
I mean,
fingers.
yeah. This thing, it's symbol of basically it's a symbol of a moth or a butterfly that it's been in our logo for a long time. There's like a
Yeah,
moth,
moth,
moth or
moth.
butterfly.
Okay,
The night, yeah, the moth, the nighttime butterfly.
okay,
It is a butterfly, anyways, moth, kind of, but yeah. So it's basically it's the shape but it has the diamonds on it.
yeah,
And there's two swans on the cover, and it's real hands that
yeah,
play music.
okay.
These are AI times. You never know anymore if you hear something, if this was totally computer
Made
created.
by
But
EA, yes.
yeah, so this is played with the real hands, human hands, the whole album.
Okay,
And also, yeah, it has the diamonds on the hands and everything. It's very powerful, very very powerful, because the songs are very powerful, and the cover is very powerful. Everything is kind of like yeah, it matches together, and if I start to tell you or talk about the whole meaning of Shining, it's gonna
yeah.
take the rest of our interview time. So,
Ah,
but it goes very well with the feel of the music and the
yeah,
album. It should be called Shining Dark, because it's like in a lyrics, like the last song Shining, on
yeah,
my shore I'm shining dark, and there's lots of I refer to different things shining, like shine under the moon and fade under the sun, like it's in that. So there's lots of these shining things there, and so
okay,
it connects well, and even in a Shining movie,
yeah,
there was the like we were talking about the moon, there was the power, the kind of like
yeah,
invisible
yeah, yeah.
invisible
And when the,
thing.
yeah, no, excuse me. But in Kubrick movie, yeah, at the end of the garden, it's a night, but very clear, and the moon and the garden when with the axe, etc. Okay.
Yeah, and at the end of The Shining, when Jack Nicholson is frozen, it's like me
Yep.
in a couple of months. So every
I,
every morning.
okay. Alors, so there were two singles already broadcast, Melancholy and Innocence. Innocence, the
Was long forgotten,
was yeah, yeah, exactly.
and what I have become. So 3 singles out now.
Yeah, recorded in a not underground, but in a It is a very special place. You play you are in white clothes and very different than melancholy. It's a very special song because Mikko is in a car in the forest in the road and he select. I don't see the New Moon cover artwork, but we can see most of your cover artworks. And after the vinyls of your albums, and after he put them in the nature and he goes. It's a
yeah. There was all of our vinyls, but you know, it just didn't end up when he was going. It just showed few albums there when he was looking at them, but yeah, it's a nice way to also present the. I was hoping that there will be all the albums that they will show throughout the video, so people actually there's lots of people who think that maybe this is our first album. The band is 25 years. We have like if you count all the like the albums, the triple album, 3 albums, and then Play Butterflies, which was long enough to be full length. I mean, even it was an EP. I think we have like a 13 or 12 albums out and 25 years old band, so we are old man with lots of music.
It would be too long to all the singles vinyl to put them in the forest, but okay. Now it's interesting. So there is yes, it's a melancholy, nostalgia, and maybe it's a special feeling in this song. And the road, and it goes in the forest, it goes in the nature, like he want to stop or to come back to the roots. I don't know if we can interpret by yourself.
Well, I don't want to explain a lot about the videos and especially the songs. I can explain about the videos more, but with the songs usually I try not to explain the lyrics and everything, because it's much better when you do your own. You live through your own life and you live through the lyrics and the songs through your own experiences. It's much more. It makes much more sense than if I tell what it is for me overall, the songs or everything. But on the melancholy this video, the albums, it's kind of like melancholia and melancholy has been always since from our first album. It's been there, very, very powerful, and it's very powerful thing inside us as a Finnish northern man and woman and everybody in up here in up north. I mean, melancholy is around the world, and of course in people, and melancholy is not only like a bad thing. It's a quite beautiful thing also, and very needed thing in arts. Music and everything and movies and everything. It's like if it would be only surfing and having fun under the palm trees, there wouldn't be much of it. So melancholy it's a kind of like it's very, very powerful, but it's super powerful feeling. But then but anyways, and it can be beautiful also, but it can be destroying thing also if you like start to worship as your god in a way. But in a video anyways, it's kind of like it's kind of like even it's a beautiful thing, it's also kind of like a weight of the band also, and personally also, and with the music and everything, that's why it's also in the video. Mikko almost aggressively is putting the albums away and try to get not to get rid of the feeling, but kind of like it's a thing that so easily takes hold of you and doesn't let go in a healthy way. So kind of fighting back a little bit that idea in that. And originally it was supposed to burn all the albums, not really burn. I would never ever do it, of course, that by kind of like a metaphor, kind of like a rebirth in a different way, to leave that kind of a bad melancholy behind in a way, or not behind, but try to make it healthy. So it's super hard. It's super hard.
Okay. Another song I like very much, and after we are going to speak about the guests on the album, but another song I like very much, and I think it's a wink to Typo Negative and October Rest album, November Dust, and not October Rest. I think it's and musically, Mikko sings a bit like Peter Steele, rest in peace. And yeah, is it a win to Typo Negative on this song with the keyboards and the atmosphere? Yeah, I'm right.
Yes, absolutely, and it's on purpose. It is called November Dust because of the
Yes.
October Rust. It's kind of a little bit of a not humor, but kind of like a small thing there in a way that yeah, that shows our love for Typo Negative because
Yeah.
it's always.
You met him. You met the guys, Josh and Peter. Personally, me twice. But did you know these guys personally?
No, I didn't know them. I met like
In festivals or no?
one time in Finland, just very quick, couple of words with Josh and Kenny, and Pete went by there, but in that point. But it's But anyways, it's such a important band for the whole Swallow the Sun, and for me, like inspiration. And October Rust album is one of the it's the top 3 albums for me in the whole world, that it has affected me as a musician and also as a band. And we also had like a Emerald Forest and the Blackbird album. We had a April 14th song, which was straight tribute to Peter Steele when he died. So it's been there for a long time. I mean, even in the music, and you can hear it so well in our music with the guitar kind of things and sounds.
Yeah, the guitar very special, very But in October Rust, for me, I like this album, but there is not a lot of guitars. Heavy guitar, differently from Body Kisses or when they come back with later. The guitar was very light. You understand? Not heavy. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, maybe me. I don't know if you're a guitarist. Are you a guitar player?
A bit, yeah. I play.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of going on with all kind of things, but I understand it's a big palette, the whole album, which why I love it. There's so much going on. Even to this day, I find new things from there. Oh, that sound somewhere there in this big palette of a music. So I love that kind of things.
The keyboards, yes, etc. Yeah. The atmosphere, but clean guitars, etc. And the distortion on bass. But okay. No, they are guests, if I'm right, on who sings on Cold songs and Tonight Pen Believe, because you can hear screams, black metal vocals, and there is also female vocals on Velvet Chains.
Well, I mean the producer Dan Lancaster, who did this album with us, because he's such amazing producer, and he's amazing musician, amazing singer, especially he's unbelievable singer. So he's singing a lot on this album. If you listen throughout the whole album, and that was where he was going the most in this album, kind of like. And I told him that I want you to paint a lot with your voice, because that's what we done in the past too. Like when Jani Peuhu was in a band, our ex-player, he was singing a lot, also harmonies and backing vocals and things with Mikko, and I love that kind of a Depeche Mode and Alice in Chains thing, that there's lots of and always love that thing. And so he's first of all, Dan Lancaster is singing a lot in this album. I mean the harmonies and everything. And then his wife Rachel Wilkinson is singing on Velvet Chains, the female. So and then of course all the black metal and all the crowds and everything is by Mikko. To there on. So
Mikko, he can do all. Mikko, he screams, the growls and clean vocals. Mikko is very impressive. Okay. I remember a duet in the past on a song of Swallow the Sun with Annette Olson in the past.
With Cathedral Walls.
Yeah, special movie. I remember like funerals, etc. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What is your guitar tuning on this album in general, or it depends on the song? B flat? No.
It's C drop.
C drop C. Okay.
Yeah. That's what we all had. We have few songs in the past, like from the A, all the way down A, but C drop is our tuning that it's been
and you
from
used to play in Les Paul guitars in general, Les Paul.
Yeah, I had them always in this
Gibson,
band.
ESP.
Oh, it's ESP LTD. It's been from yeah.
Okay.
I had a Ibanez in the first album, but it was in so bad condition that I had to get another one, and ever since the first album, it's been a LTD ESP guitars.
Yeah. Okay. Could we say this album is very various and a bit less heavy than When a Shadow Enforced into the Light and Songs from the North, which were very special album, very deeper album. This new one is more various and maybe there's light.
Yeah, it's more uplifting album, and I needed, I wanted. It's very far from a happy in that way, happy positive album, but there is something kind of like a power I was telling you in the beginning, and kind of like an uplifting feeling on the so you don't totally feel like killing yourself after listening to this, and I love that, especially for myself, that feeling that there.
Okay.
Hey, sorry, mate, I had to say that in 2 minutes I have the next in starting.
Okay. Okay, so can we hope to see you live in France soon or next year, summer festivals? I used to see you.
We're coming. European tour is going to be announced very, very soon now, and we're coming back on France on around April, May. There we come back to France. Okay.
I let you. I thank you very much. Thank you very much, Juha, and take care. And a very good album. And see you live at Fest in France, Motoculture, where you want. Okay.
Thank you so much, and I hope to see you. I hope to see you at the.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Good evening.